ever walked away feeling like a fool, like a fool? Sometimes you give till it hurts. Yeah, yeah. But still nothing works for you. No, no, no. Yeah. Time is surely wasted. Oh Lord, there's no guarantee. So you gotta live your life with no regrets. Hey. Time waits for no one. Hey, sometimes you give till it hurts. Yeah, yeah, no. But still nothing works for you. No, no.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Iberia. You guys are locked in live to WGLB AM 1560, 96.1 FM, and this is the Saved and the City radio show. The beautiful thing about today is that I am not just today and every Friday, that I don't have to do the show alone. I'm here with the Saved and the City. You better!
It's back again!
We are back live with the Saved and the City radio show crew. Teach, was you not here last week? I feel it. That's what it is. Because I was like, it feel like, who is you?
It's been a long stretch. It's been a stretch.
Baby, I am glad that you is back in the number, okay? Oh, on the side note, thinking about that, I went to Mayfair today because I've been doing good on my diet, but today I was like, I'm tired, and this is what happens when I get tired. No, I went to get a slice of pizza, and I should have just went to Rocky Rococo's, and I went to Nasty, whatever that, Viva Las Vegas or whatever, Villa. But anyway, the anxiety kicked up.
It's a lot of
It was just a car that just a little sputtered, and I ducked. I literally ducked because I was like, "Come, this is Wauwatosa," and I'm like,
"Oh, that don't mean nothing."
It don't mean nothing, no, because you said you was running and your feet was hitting the back of that
for
bouquet.
my dear life.
Okay, period.
Okay, I still have a little flashback every now and then, and anxiety rises up. I have to speak to it.
It rose up, but I've had a good day. I'm tired, and the thing is, I think Sharice and I were talking about this at one point, that you really got to just make time for rest.
Yeah.
And I did, and that was a part of me going to get that little slice of pizza. I got to find another way, though, because it be comfort.
I feel you.
It be comfort. Come on, Steve.
Comfort and joy.
And listen, when I tell y'all, I drove all the way to the back of Mayfair in the cut where the little trees was, with my little slice of pizza and my brown butter chocolate chip cookie.
And indulge.
And it was beautiful. And I let them windows down, and I needed that like 20 minutes. And then I was like, okay, I could deal with everybody's problems because that's what it feel like. Because I literally
emotionally attached to that pizza.
Ooh. That's the problem. I really got to break. Like I really have a toxic relationship with food, but I'm working through it. But that's my check-in. The pizza did me right, but I'm gonna get right back on it because I'm trying to get a relationship with being skinny. Like that's the problem. But and not skinny. I just want to be healthy.
Right.
Right. That's what it really kind of comes down to. And I think really, and beyond it just being a stressful day, because on top of dealing with just life, my own job, my own everything that I have going on, there's 1,005 things happening in the world.
Man.
And we're going to get into that with some of our hot topics.
My Lord.
And I'm like, good Lord, I'm feeling weak, you know? And so it was Stephen that had mentioned, like, as we were just sharing, because WGLB listener, so what we do kind of throughout the week is we have a group message, and we just kind of put hot topics in there just to kind of see what do we want to talk about this week. And it was overwhelming. Like, it was so overwhelming.
I was tired.
And so Steven sent a picture of some corn dogs, and I was so happy. Like, yes.
You are the light.
I'm like, you are the light. And then he was,
like,
so
hilarious.
Yeah, so
it was like random but funny, like, but it fit at the same time.
And I opened it up and made the picture big and everything.
I did. I zoomed in, like, is they burnt down there? Because I do be eating
like,
that
do
part.
I eat that little crusty
part? They say you're greedy if you eat it.
And what about it?
And what about it?
It's like how they say you greedy if you eat the coleslaw in the rib dinner thing.
Nobody wants that.
It is,
but
man.
clearly it'd be like, I just want something else and everything else is
I just feel like coleslaw is like
it's a palate
lettuce with a little lotion on it.
Until it is.
That's what it look like.
Baby,
y'all gonna mix it with lotion?
I forget where I was, but I actually had some good coleslaw and it didn't seem right. I was like, is this supposed to be good?
Like, what did they do to this?
But Stephen, check in, because in the middle of all of that, like the corn dog, then you was like, could we talk about the joy of the Lord? So, like, talk about how that came up in the middle of it all. For me, it was like, that's the strength.
Okay. Oh, yeah. No, just if you focus on those things, it makes you heavy. And I mean, all through the Bible, it talks about delight yourself in the Lord. Delight yourself. That comes up a lot.
Things, right?
Because it's like, and think on these things. It's like, dude, we gotta adjust. Because I believe in certain things that we honestly just weren't meant to see. Like social media has its pluses, but seeing people get shot,
that makes so much,
it's heavy. Like you weren't meant to see. That's why people have PTSD when they go to like war and stuff.
That's true.
Like that's a lot to see, and now we seeing it every day.
Every day.
That's heavy.
And the same thing, it's not like once and done.
From 5 angles.
It's like from, you didn't see it this way, let me show you it that way. And so a lot of the stuff, like I wasn't even looking at any of the stuff. No. And I'm like, well, finally I'm looking at Micaiah, and we'll get into it for hot topics, and I just decided to go to her TikTok page. I'm like, this baby girl.
Is the baby girl.
A legit baby.
Like, she's a legit little baby girl. You know, so that, and then on a side note too, like I was just scrolling. It's like sometimes social media at one point used to be your entertainment. Yeah, like where you go and like, okay, ha ha ha.
I was like, get away from me.
It's like how people treat the news now. Like, I can't watch the news.
Well, the news and social media is kind of like CNN and social media is like the same.
CNN, Eighth and Keith, and
it's the same.
My Blink page from 7th grade mixed together.
Wow. Blink.
And I think the other part is because the levels of, at least when you're watching one specific thing or one specific news show, it kind of has a, storyline and a little bit of a climate. Like we get levels to this on social media. We're like, ha 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 ha, laughing funny, and then the crying, and it's the highs and the lows
laugh,
for me.
Cry, block, laugh, cry,
block,
and then men versus women, laugh, cry, block. Men versus women, laugh.
Yes.
It's all of the things. So I was watching this one thing. So I went to school with this girl. Her name is Frenchie Davis. Some people may know her from back in the day. She was on American Idol, a heavier set girl. Well, yeah, so I went to Howard with her, and so we're still good friends. Well, sometimes she blocks me, and then she unblocks me.
Wow. Let it be known, Frenchie.
It is what it is, Frenchie Davis. But I mean, she's an amazing person, and it is what it is. But anyhow, so I still follow her on IG because she's quite entertaining. And so anyhow, but she shared this particular post about, and her caption was like, she wept over this post because she remembered times in her life where she was dealing with all these different things, and it was a black woman that saved her. And so I was like, that was interesting. And so that's what kind of made me look at it. And there was a woman that was sitting out in the middle of the street. Yeah. It looked as though she had maybe urinated on herself because there was like a stream going, Yeah. And I hate you, but I need you to get the visual. And so long story short, though, so she's sitting in the middle of the road. She looked what you would consider to be crazy, right? And so the police it's like, my goodness, it's maybe like 20 police cars around her. Well, maybe about 15. Okay, same thing. And so they're all standing around. People got their hands on their guns, and this one black woman sitting in the middle of the street, you know, and just not moving. And so then this other woman comes with her phone. And she was like, why are there so, now she's very loud. She was like, why are there so many people, there's so many police officers around one black woman who is sitting in the middle of the street? She was like, you can't tell that she's under mental crisis right now. Right. You can't tell, like, you know what I mean? Like she legit just went off, like, in a way where it was like, oh yeah, like, why are we not?
We are treating this.
Right, but everybody, it was like a zoo. Like, everybody had their phone. It was just like, and she was the only one with sanity. She came by this woman, and then she sat down next to her, and she was like, sis, can I sit next to you? In the middle of all of this. Yeah. And she said, yeah. And so the lady, she sat down next to the lady, and she was like, how are you doing today? She was like, why are you sitting down here? And she was like, I'm protesting for George Floyd. This is before the verdict. And so then she was like, and F these cops and da-da-da-da. So she started kind of going off or whatever.
She said her piece, though.
But she said her piece, but that's what it was. And so it was just, but again, I'm really sharing that to say just the whole roller coaster of it. Because now I sat there and watched all like 20 minutes of this, and I'm crying with the people and wanted her to, I want to say what I got to say.
I want to sit next to her.
Baby, I wanted to sit next to her. I wanted to rock her. I wanted to clean her up a little bit.
And they just holding
See, and this is what we mean when we say, like, defund and abolish the police. Like, put systems in place that can support these incidents that don't require, like, lethal force.
It's a lot. It's just it was overwhelming. And then this is the part that started making me cry. And I was like, God, this is just too much. Let me just watch a cartoon. But then she was like, protect black women. She was like, this is a black woman. She was like, you got all these dudes standing around. You can't come in. I was like, oh my God. And I was thinking about that. Like, is she really a threat? I mean, she had nothing. Like, it was really crazy. So all that being said, you know, we do just have to be very careful about what we're allowing in regularly. Yes. Even though that was like, I was like, yes, you know, black power and all of the things, the sister power and everything that goes with it. But at some point I was like, I just need to go to sleep. and that's gotta be okay. Before we take a call though, I want to keep the check-ins going. Go ahead, T, check in.
Lord Jesus. I'm glad to be in the number. I'm glad to be back. It's been a productive week. Since, you know, I dropped some major stuff, it's been a very productive week. So I'm grateful.
I mean, I see you doing your thing, creative coach. I mean, all the models. Websites,
sir. Y'all hear that? Wait, listen. That's the price going there.
I love it. And let's take a caller, and then we'll have Sharice check in. Come on. What's up, caller? You're on the air with the Saving the City radio show crew. Go on and check in. How you doing?
Sound like they hung up.
Oh, great. Oh, my goodness. They'll probably call back. No. Okay.
They got tired of waiting. I feel good. This week was a good week. Yeah. I mean, like, this week was a good week, but it was a bad week as well. Mm-hmm. But, like, a good bad week because it was bad because, like, stuff be happening anyways. So, I mean, I could count it as bad, but I'm just counting it as good. I'm just counting it as good because I'm happy. And, I feel good. I just decided to step out on faith these past few weeks and start moving towards some of my own business goals, the things that I want to do because I'm sick of working for people.
Period. I'm telling you.
So when my business starts, y'all better come to my grand opening. I don't know when it is, but just come.
But I'm there.
Because I'm going to have a little sub sandwich station. So I don't know. I feel good about that because it's just been heavy on me, like feeling trapped inside a 9-to-5.
Wow. Jesus.
And I'm grateful for my 9-to-5. And like I always say, everybody be like, just find a different job. Yeah. But then you the type of person that be like, but I don't want a job. I want to be the job.
Yeah.
And y'all
be the job.
And my sister was like, and then like, y'all, I can say this now. So my husband was motivating me.
We can say it?
Yeah.
I thought we could say it to August.
They came out.
You didn't see? That was on the pictures.
I was just happy with the picture. I wasn't going to say nothing. I was like, August.
The caption said it. It was the name change.
I was thinking these pictures is a little bit bold.
Yeah, because that's my husband.
Because I said, who is Sharice wife?
See, I'm not mad at you. Get married before the wedding so you can have sex.
I don't like titties. But my husband, y'all, I could say that now. My husband was like, you know what?
My husband.
He was like, he pushed me this week, and I was just happy. And I don't say that just to be like, oh, I got a husband. But get somebody in your corner that's going to push you.
Let me tell you how many times I'm going to say husband. When I have a husband, y'all going to be tired.
I'm not saying it to brag, but I'm saying it as in get somebody in your corner that will push you for what you want because they see your potential. So he because we live together, he gets to see what I go through every day. I work from home, so he sees it and he's just like, girl, I can't wait till you get this business. Okay. Oh, I'm pushing you, do it. And like we were even like, let's do a business together. He was like, I want what you want first. Like, do you. So I was happy. So now I'm starting my own individual thing, and he's just supporting me and pushing me.
Husband, we're here for you. Okay, caller, we was coming for you just then.
You just have to be patient.
You went away, but that's okay. But I wanted to say this though too, the point that you made about your business though. Right. I was listening to Pastor John Hanna earlier, and he said, one man's obedience is tied to nations in terms of their destiny. That's so true. That's true. Like I was like, not praising, but I was, I always give accolades to TD Jakes, and I had this this person that came in my inbox. He was like, why you always got to say something to TD Jakes? So I was like, why are you hating that I love TD Jakes? It is what it is. Other people have other people that they see as mentors or whatever, right. But that's how I feel. And then they were like, well, he's not better than you. I'm like, I'm not saying he's better than you. I am grateful that he was obedient. Okay. I am grateful that at some of the lowest points when I couldn't hear anybody's voice, I heard the voice of Bishop TD Jakes being obedient, probably on days that he didn't even feel like getting up, but it got me out of an abusive relationship. So don't say nothing about the people that I'm like, yay, or excited about.
Longevity.
And still
his fruits are lasting.
And raising up more obedience.
Okay, caller, call back. It'd be hard. We be in the middle of a conversation, but you know it is. Oh, and here's the caller. Okay, all right, caller. You are on the air with Saint in the City. Check in. Let us know how you doing.
Well, I'm checking in. Pint size Big Bang. My nickname for you is B-I-B-Y, and short for that is B-I-B-S. Bills.
What?
Oh. What's up, Steven? What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
It's Tyrone W. speaking. Good afternoon, Milwaukee. Here we are in twilight, beautiful sunset. It does my heart real good to hear everybody full of joy and cheer. It really does. I'm just so joyful inside, especially after the week that we've had. And you are preaching and touched on it some. With the verdict, it felt like a big weight lifted off of us.
It did.
But like we said, the video of the young man in Chicago, Adam Toledo, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's almost like, we take 2 steps forward and we take 10 steps backwards, I mean, so we see how they've been treated. This is what we've been dealing with since we've been here. From slave ship to championship. This is what we've been dealing with,
Yes.
So basically, to make a long story short, because I don't want to, suck the air out the whole show, but just all I can say is just, look at the trees, be grateful for the, each and every day, the sunset is beautiful, the trees are looking good. So glad to hear that Tej is back.
Yes, Tej.
Yes, Tej.
Keep working on your case. I'm praying for you.
Yes.
Pray for me and my beat up legs and everything.
Come on, legs.
But I'm getting my medication, my doctors and stuff together and staying in prayer, But I'm feeling pretty good. It does my heart real good to hear everybody cheerful and joyful because we never know. Yeah. When it's our last breath. The young lady. I'm thinking, even with her, where's your nightstick, man? Use the nightstick and knock the knife out the young lady's hand.
Right, knock her out. That's true. Why we gotta kill her?
Just knock the knife out of her hand. Yeah. Simple. You got a nightstick, take the taser. And hit the damn knife with the taser.
Not Tyrone, you can't be cussing on the W. And on that note, Brother Tyrone, we feel your passion, but we're going to have to go.
The God's forsaken knife.
We love you too. Okay, we'll talk soon. Because God knock it.
Okay, not just the knife, but the
Brother Tyrone, we feel you up in here.
No justice, no peace, he said.
Not
Period. And on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with your hot topics after
about to
this.
get in trouble.
That is funny.
So I don't worry about anything. I'll just
WGLB AM 1560 96.1 FM, and it is time for your hot topics, y'all. I would say get excited, but maybe I should just say brace yourself,
right.
Because there's so many things. We're going to try to keep it as light as we can, because again, the overall theme of today's show is that the joy of the Lord is your strength, right? And so we got what's the scripture says, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are pure, just, like think on these things, right? And so if we don't, we will be consumed, right, definitely. By just the weights of this world. We got a caller off the bat. I'm going to let the caller come in before we get in these hot topics. Okay, caller, you excited. You're on the air. What's up? What's your name?
Well, I don't have a hot topic. All I call for is, could you tell me who the artist was that's just in your song that you just played?
Oh.
Okay, we're waiting on Mr. Keon. He's the one to play the music. Who was that? That was a whole
Carrington.
You said who?
Carrington.
You better say that in the mic, because we don't know what you're saying. I ain't about to try to.
Eric Carrington.
Who is that?
Awesome God.
Awesome God.
That was called Awesome God by Eric Carrington. Am I saying it right?
Carrington.
You got it?
Okay. I got it.
Okay. Now don't you go nowhere. You keep listening to these old hot topics now. We'll talk to you later.
I'm listening.
Okay. Thanks for calling in.
You guys are very energetic.
We try to look. It's the joy of the Lord. It's our strength. Hallelujah. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
All right, so now we are into our hot topics. Okay, let's get into it. So, how we going to be so excited and then we're going to be like, Ma'Khia Bryant's shooting. Okay, so, I don't know. Sharice, I'm going to let you just start it. You don't want to start it? I know.
Okay, so I'm sure everyone
talk
knows.
about what you don't want to talk about. Like, why you talk about you don't got to talk about it.
I can just center around what the situation
Exactly.
is. Okay.
Exactly.
So if you don't know, which is weird if you don't know, because this is going around everywhere, is that this young lady, she's 16 years old. Apparently the story was this. She called the police from her home. Just in fear, just, hey, come help me. They don't know what's going on. So we found out that apparently there were some girls there to fight her or jump her. So the storyline was, she called the police because she was being attacked by people. Okay. So the police come and the girl ends up dying. We then later hear that she called the police, yes, for protection, but then later came outside to fight with these girls and had a knife. So everybody was like, well, she was defending herself. They were attacking her. And the police came. She ended up dying. Last storyline made it clear, okay? They said that she called the police for help. She was indeed being threatened by some younger ladies. She did indeed have a knife. When the police got there, the girls were not attacking her. She was, in fact, the aggressor when the police officer popped up. As the police officer shot, she was literally standing over another girl on a car. With the jabbing motion. I don't know if she hit the girl with the knife or anything, but not enough to where the girl was like hurt, because I did see her run off. I watched this to see the context. I did see the young lady that was getting like jabbed at run off, so she was okay. But she was like sitting behind a car, and they shot 4 times. Apparently, they hit the baby 4 times in the chest. She died at the hospital.
Yeah. And so, like, honestly,
so there were 2 girls there. So she ran at the first girl first. That girl got away, and then she ran at the second girl and was jabbing on her on the car, and she was on the car.
So she stabbed the girl?
I don't know if she stabbed her, but if you watch the video, you can see her arm, the stabbing motion with the knife, and then as they hit her, she was on the ground. The knife was literally by her foot, so you did see the weapon.
That's that's the up and down. That's the roller coaster.
It's a lot of ways you can say, like, this should have happened, you should have did this. But I think we can all agree to the fact that if this was a white person,
it would go different.
It would have went differently.
Exactly.
We've seen it go differently.
She wouldn't have got shot.
We've seen white people with like semi-automatic huge weapons, and they literally leave in handcuffs. Like,
somebody shared a video yesterday of a white guy attacking the sheriff, and then as the sheriffs were trying to get him down, he got free, hopped in the sheriff car, and drove off.
You see black skin, the first thing they like, shoot.
The sheriff jumped on top of the car to keep him from driving off. Why y'all didn't shoot him to stop the car? Why y'all didn't shoot at the car?
Because obviously there's other measures that you can take.
This is a black sheep statement.
Where was the gun?
Because there was a time that we handled things as a community internally. Because we didn't want the police to get involved.
Exactly.
Because the thing is, and I'm gonna say it, and somebody might get offended. White people don't relate to us like that.
They don't.
We relate to each other. That's why we can diffuse things a certain way. Mm-hmm. When they come in, because they view us on the animal level, it's like, look,
they're always gonna view us
it's almost
like
the equivalent of like, it's a dangerous bear on site. As
much as they feel like
that's so
wow.
That's so
as
good.
as they try to understand us as black people, we will always come off as angry because they know
right,
wrong.
and that's why there was a time we didn't get people involved, whereas now you can't tell nobody nothing. Because my question is, where were the people to check these girls threatening her in the first place?
It was adults there yelling after they shot her, like, you shot my baby. That's a kid.
Okay, but you weren't breaking up.
You weren't breaking up the fight, right?
Baby saying, it's
and the
not
fight
worth
was recorded.
What are you doing? It ain't worth it, Miss Seeley. It really was not
worth it. But these are the
it.
same people that you better not tell my baby nothing, and you better not.
But my thing was, if
now
you
we on the
already
news.
called
Now
the
we on the
police,
news.
why am I letting my teen daughter run outside after she already called the police?
Right.
Was these girls trying to break? It was two girls from what I saw.
Yeah.
They trying to break in, and you a grown man, and these two little skinny bitty girls.
Say it.
What they
say it.
They can't break in the house.
See, it reminds me of the situation. You remember this situation back last year, the summer, where these kids were missing, and they had figured out the kids were in this house, and it was like a part of the section.
And they burned it down.
Yeah, I remember that.
People got together,
the community
and they found them kids,
and they got them out.
And they got them out.
And they burned the house.
That's we need to do more of that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, because the police ain't doing what we need them to do, so let's do it on our own.
Big Brother, Big Sister program was for the white kids anyway.
Because I remember, like, biblically it's the same thing. Like, even in Scripture it says, like, don't take your stuff to the regular courts. Let's try to deal with it internally because they going to deal with you different.
No, for real.
And it's the same with the black community. It's like, when you go to them, you under their subjugation, and they don't know you. And they don't care about you. So that's why they can come on the scene and just boom. But they didn't even ask questions. They just
she was a foster child.
She was.
So the family that she was with, was that her actual family?
Oh,
or what?
It's always so many levels to the thing. You know, I feel so overwhelmed by it. So there's a couple things that come up as I'm listening to you guys talk. One of the things that I think about, because just even watching, so finally, because I try to avoid it as much as I can, and then this pretty little face is just all over the thing. So I clicked, I was like, let me go to her TikTok page and just check out some things. And I'm looking at all her little videos and her little TikTok videos. And then what came to me is like, these kids are reflections of what they see, right?
Yes.
So they see, so even how they move. It's not their own movements. Even how they interact. It's not their own interactions. Sometimes I'm scrolling down social media. I don't even know how these little video game things come up. And it's like a woman running and she just hitting people over the head, taking stuff, you know. So I'm saying we're in a different kind of culture now, where especially now, you know, with 2020 and everything, and then all it takes is 21 days to create a habit. We had a whole year of just looking at the same stuff, and we're gonna act like, oh my God, why is she acting this way?
We don't know what that baby been through.
We don't know what she's been through or what she's intaking on a regular.
That's it.
To make her interact that way. I can't tell you guys how many times, and I was a good girl, but sometimes I would hang with some of the tougher girls because I wanted to fit in. And there was many times where it was the girls was gonna jump us.
Right.
And I was like, you know, just the wrong person at the wrong time.
Why are you jumping me?
And I could have easily been the one.
Now I gotta fight, and I can't. Like, what?
And that's what it. But that's all it would have been, though. And we would have. And I just would have been clocked out upside the head, not shot in the stomach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is the other part. And I think on top of that, we got anxiety. We got all of this stuff happening. And so people are acting out of a nature that is new for them in some ways. And I think the other side of it is just like, the fact that she came up right after the George Floyd thing.
Right.
No, they were saying it was happening as the verdict was being announced. My sister lives in
Ohio, and she was like, I heard loudness, I heard cars screeching, I hear everything, and I thought that they were going down to the site where, you know, people were protesting or whatever, and it was her.
And that's for me where I'm like, I can't just be like, oh, why? I'm just like, what is going on in the spirit world? You know, we can't even have a moment of, okay, you know, before we like, wow. And everybody's focused on this now. And it's over.
He knows that his time is close.
That's the definition of perilous. Like, it's a constant danger. It's a circle of, like you said,
and you never feel safe. Yeah,
Never.
you better.
And it's just anxiety. Like, I saw someone post it from, like, 3 different perspectives. I think, did you share that, Steven? I don't know. Somebody shared, like, 3 different perspectives. Like, okay, from Makaya's perspective, like, don't go out there with a knife, you know, if you already called the police, be safe, whatever. Right. They said that. Then they said it from the little girls that came to try to jump her. Were they parents? If you hadn't gone over there, you brought it to her house.
Right.
You pull up. What they say, pull up. You get what you get. And you
Man.
like,
through tripping.
if you gonna pull up on somebody, you better be prepared for what that person got for the pull up. Okay.
Ooh.
But where are your parents, and why are you
so free to do this?
No. Why are you 16-year-old walking to somebody else's house ready to fight?
Man.
Don't you got some virtual homework to do?
I mean,
whole life is
old school rules. You don't go to the other person's territory.
You
just
do
don't
that.
do that
Because you don't know where the knives and
Right,
guns
Don't
at.
nobody got nothing else to do right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these kids, I mean, yeah, we got them all. Like, I went up, like I said, I went to Mayfair earlier today, and I'm just like, ugh.
Like, why is so many of y'all in here? Yeah.
I just came first like a pizza. I was like, I would not be here. Like, I'm not going back. I felt like, yeah, this will help me stay on my diet because I can't ever come back here again.
What's it like, man? I ain't been there forever. Like, what is it like?
I mean, it's like a zoo.
It feels like a zoo.
But then you got to
TikTok
think about it's like, you know, people still getting stimulus checks, taxes is still coming through. So it's like extra business.
It's still stores. Like when you walk into some Pandora on the left, you got Panera Bread, you got Williams Sonoma. They still got some.
I'm surprised that they made it through.
The last time I went was
That's
like literally like
maybe
maybe 7 years ago that I remember, and the fight broke out that day.
Dang, yeah,
Like,
it's
like
only
people
been,
robbing Forever
Everybody is
21,
so
like some dudes.
angry.
That's bananas.
It's
We got
trash
another caller. Let's get the caller on the
Hold on,
air. I'm
man.
sure they want to chime in. Hey, caller, you're on the air with Saved in the City radio show. This is Hot Topics. What's on your mind?
I just want to let you all know how much I enjoy you are. I'm a seasoned grandmother.
Yeah.
But you all bring so much joy to me. I look forward to you.
Oh, wow.
And I was the lady that called in last Friday talking about pushing hell back.
Oh, yeah. You.
Preacher.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That gave me joy.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to say the young lady that was shot, she was a foster child.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
You don't know what she been through.
And the thing of it is, I think we're in a setup.
Say
As
it.
American people are
Say
in a
it.
setup. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. In the late 80s or early 90s, I don't know if you all recall, but parents were no longer able to discipline their
Correct.
I do remember
That's
that.
correct.
And you could divorce your parents.
Now,
Right.
when
I do remember that.
came up,
My mom told me about that.
you got what was extension cord.
Period. Okay. And go get your own switch.
Man, I hated that.
Yeah, go get your own switch.
Go get your own
My
switch.
grandma braided up. And you sit there
We had a
while
switch
she
bush.
sit in her chair, and she hits you from across the room with
And don't
that
pick a
switch.
little bit.
Yeah.
And don't pick a
And it
little
wasn't
bit.
church
They still do that
almost
down
7
south.
days a week.
Right.
But see now, everything has changed.
Everything.
So it's a setup to me because look at our urban communities. Nobody owns a poppy field where in their backyard they're growing
Say it.
cocaine.
That's Dino Brown. That's what he
These drugs are
said.
brought in.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
It's a form of slavery.
For sure.
And so,
We
they're
still got
shooting and
chains.
kill. They did not have to shoot and kill that baby.
Ooh.
They did not have to do that.
Right,
They could have
right.
just armed her like one of the young ladies on your panel said. The man took the police car and
Yeah.
drove off in the police
And they didn't
car
pull out
stood
no
there.
guns.
It's foolishness.
Yeah.
So we see this all the time. But I say it again, that the people of God have power and authority
Come on.
to change the trajectory of what
Wow.
we see that is going on.
If we'd only know
get
it.
up off our I do nothing and seek God
I
like
like
never before.
it. I like it.
Get up off your do
We
nothing.
have to do it. We have to do it to save those that we love. Because a lot of this haven't hit our doorstep, but the time
When
is
it
now.
Yes.
We're going to be on our
Jesus.
doorstep.
Wow.
And
That's
we
close
got to
enough.
really love on each other. We're going to church I love this pastor, and I want to visit his church. I think his name is last name is Locke.
Oh, well, you talking to a Locke.
That's
right
funny.
Here.
That's funny.
We got a Locke. A Locke is on the panel, Miss Sharice.
I want to come and visit his church.
Come on, girl.
He broke it down so good about how we have to protect the doves.
Well, the sheep.
Broke that down so eloquently that, even a 5-year-old can understand it. And that's what we have to start doing. We have to start putting God first in everything that we do, because we see what man is doing to us.
Wow.
And yes, it is not just flesh and blood, but it's a spirit that comes to kill, steal,
and to destroy.
It's many spirits.
So I'm not going to keep y'all, but I just want y'all to know.
That was awesome. Thank you so
for
much.
calling.
Wow.
What is her name?
Things that's happening
Rachel.
in our lives today. A lot of older people, they're afraid to talk to young people. They're afraid to, say, honey, don't do that.
Yes.
Right, that right there.
Yes.
They don't
years from your life, but if God give it to you to go and speak to him, and you don't do it, you're killing yourself anyway.
Wow.
Because you're being disobedient to God.
And we're
So
one
I
body.
just want you all to know that I love you.
We love
you too.
If there's something that I can sow to help y'all stay on your broadcast,
Yes.
let me know, and I want to sow into you because I believe that you
Wow.
do the work of the Lord.
Oh, thank you.
And I just love y'all. I'm telling
We
you.
love
Get her
you
number.
too.
Get her number off air.
Yes,
Is
Sharice.
the church still at Vincent High School?
No, ma'am, not right now. So Evolve Church is actually operating in the studio right now, and what you would have to do due to COVID and to limited seating until we get into our building is just register to come in. So if you go to our website, evolvechurchmke.com, you can download the app or register to come into one of our services, and the pastors are really personable. You can even say hey after church. So, yeah, check it out.
Okay. All right. Well, I would love to do that. I just love that man of God. I try to listen to him on Tuesdays and Fridays, I think he's on. And then the church service on Sunday. And
Yes,
that's what we
ma'am.
need. Everything can't be about prosperity. because
Right.
God does not work like
Say
that.
it. Say
He
it.
says,
Peace
"Seek him
first."
Period.
and his
Yeah,
righteousness."
That's good.
That's the word.
And then he will give you the desires.
That's the
of your
word.
heart.
Amen.
You gotta seek him. You
That's
gotta
right.
seek him.
Thank you.
So
Give us your name one more time.
all.
Give us your name one more time before you go.
Mary. My name is Mary.
Minister Mary. Okay. Look, I put the minister on the front of it. We love you, Minister Mary. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, and let me know how I can sew.
Oh, for sure.
He's going to
Stay
get her
on the
information
line.
off
Get her
air.
He want to
off
get
air.
your info.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hold on one moment. Okay,
hung
never
up.
mind.
But she'll probably call back. She's
That's
a
all
very
right.
nice
And we'll keep
person.
going. And just in case someone else is feeling like they
So
feel
we-
like sewing.
So
Hallelujah.
Okay.
Sewing. Right. So you can it's a cash app. You can $ B, capital B, Iberia, IBERIA. Again, $ capital B, Iberia, or paypal.me/saved and the city. Again, paypal.me/saved and the city. The radio show is only one of the things that we do with Saved in the City Christian Network. We have other groups and organizations and things that flourish under this ministry. So thank you guys so much for your support and just for just making us feel like it's not a wasted air.
Yeah, that's good.
We
That was
absolutely appreciate it. And so, my goodness, we are praying for Micaiah Bryant's family.
Definitely.
Because I can only imagine,
That's right.
It was so beautiful.
what people are, even just her friends are even dealing with on that level.
I
My
just feel like
goodness.
they gotta stop pulling out these guns.
Right, and
on
people are forever
so
changed
fast.
because of this. And this perpetuates a cycle that we want to break.
I saw a video of another police stopping, and they were recording the police, and he was like, "Are you gonna shoot me like y'all did Micaiah?" And the officer was like, "Are you gonna attack somebody with a knife like her?"
Whoa.
And that's how they feel.
Like, why?
That's
And
it.
They
just
feel
how
justified.
he said it so angrily, so prideful,
Is that
so
he want to
arrogantly.
shoot? He want
Yeah,
to
he
It made
ready.
me
He ready to
angry.
shoot.
It was a black officer too.
And that's the
course.
other part. That's another. Ooh.
See, but the thing is, and
so
I'm gonna go here a little bit, is they train
They
police
gonna look at
officers,
Whoopi.
even black police officers, they train them to believe that we are like vicious,
Animals.
like you know what I
Okay,
mean?
but
We're animals.
They
I
the
mean,
zookeepers.
all this
Right.
is real life.
Right,
Think
I don't
about
like it.
slavery.
And
Think
people
about the
become cops because they was
overseers
bullied
that they
that
gave.
way.
They gave black overseers
superpower.
this additional authority
Yeah.
to be over the slaves.
Yeah.
Well, my issue is, and I mentioned this even like on the the little side message thing we do. Cops was on the air for like 30 years.
Oh, that is so good, yeah.
And nobody got killed. I don't even remember a gun being drawn.
Listen.
Meaning that the restraint exists and you chose to shoot that girl. I'm gonna be honest
They
with
be
you.
lazy.
You chose.
Well,
It's the old school.
I have something to say about
used to
that.
run,
I feel like they were
run
wise
and
about
fight.
that then because they knew it was on a TV show contract, and I think it was a form of exploitation as well. So before we had Facebook in these videos,
This is true.
we
That's
had cops,
what's
and what was
And
the
they was all
only
black.
and who was the only people
They
on
was
there? It
all
was the
black.
black people or the
And
people
trailer
who
park.
struggle with drug abuse, which is a disease.
Wow.
So I feel like it was a form of exploitation, but nobody got shot. But even if
Even
they
with
shot her,
tussling with cops
they
and
could have
stuff.
shot her in the ankles. Meg got shot twice, and she's still doing the do. Okay, twerking and working. They could have shot baby.
And
She's
people still talking about you got them mag knees.
a 16-year-old get punched. They crying on the floor. Shoot her, this 16-year-old in the ankle or something like that would have took her down.
But it goes back
Just the
to
pain.
I think it was
If you gon' shoot.
Stephen Ortiz that said they don't see them as children. If you
No,
just look
they
at
don't.
that
They
thing
don't.
on
They
Netflix when they see us and anybody
Oh,
like
No,
that.
it's just
Lord.
me. I couldn't
Okay.
get into all of
Heavy
it.
is
And she
I've
was a
ever
bigger
watched.
girl. Like the teens are bigger now, so they
Exactly.
probably thought she was an adult too. But still, they don't.
They don't know. But see, it goes back to what Stephen's saying. We can see though. We can see that's a baby.
Because
Yeah.
but they don't
Because
see. They don't see
they
them
see
like that.
bear.
You know.
That's because
You say bear,
Micaiah
I
probably
won't
was.
shoot.
Micaiah probably. Y'all seen the officer that shot her? He was a little skinny
Yeah, he
man.
was.
He probably could. She could have probably took him down.
See, but that's the thing. These
But-
scared people who was bullied all their life, they become cops.
They
They
get
feel
a
like they
little power.
got some power, and
That's
they
what
still
it is.
scared.
That's what it
They
is.
still
Or they go
scared.
to the
Still
army
scared.
and come back
Man.
thinking they got a little power.
But can I ask? So just on a little
No,
bit of
don't
a
ask me
shift,
nothing
and
else.
I will.
Triggered.
Wow.
But no, but like, where were you when? So I'm moving off Micaiah a little bit. Where were you when when we got the verdict about George Floyd?
Not paying attention to my job, watching it, and I definitely sent my.
We was
supervisor
watching it
a
at my
chat.
job.
I was on the Zoom call, and we were kind of going back and forth,
I was
trying to see
watching
what's
it.
going
My
on.
heart was beating so fast. I was like,
I
"Why
don't.
is it taking so long?"
I can't. I just like a part of me won. They was watching. It was all the white people that was in there was watching it, and I was just like, I just want to go home. I just didn't
No, I
want to
did want to
participate.
log
feel
off
you.
of work
I feel
because,
you.
like, I just wanted to breathe.
But then I heard it was victory, and I was like, yeah, I got like this
for
wave
sure.
of like,
Relief.
oh, really?
See, but I think they, the world will be on fire right now.
I really
That's what I was gonna say.
really
That-
They
That's
gave
why
it to
I'm
us
scared
because you
of that.
had to.
What
You
was
had
that
to.
mean?
That's what
I
I was
think
saying.
so.
My
Let me-
little
Let me
clothes
take
off
my Luton clothes off
because
now.
I was I was really on pins and needles because of how we was gonna act up if this didn't go the
That's
right
what
way.
I thought. That's what my heart
And
did.
what they
Rightfully
was gonna
so.
do to try to control us after them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
like
the Breonna Taylor case, we all was hoping for justice. So then I guess now it was just like, whatever. They gonna do the same
Like-
thing they did to her. They gonna find a reason around, give them less time.
And I mean, they
whatever.
found reasons, child. That stuff
They
sounded
did.
so
They still
crazy.
didn't even
They
charge
made
him
that
with
up.
her murder.
Yeah.
They charged him
With
with
bullets that hit the neighbor wall.
Yeah.
Like
Can I
some
share something
foolishness.
low key? And y'all probably gonna hate me for this.
Go ahead.
Nah, I feel like I can't
Say
Say
it.
it,
You done
please.
already
It's
put
me,
it in the
man. You
atmosphere.
already
I
know.
want to know.
Say it.
Like when the man got convicted in his eyes,
Ooh.
He looked like, wait.
I felt bad for him.
No,
Oh,
me
no.
too.
We going to a break, y'all.
That's cool.
I wanted to cry.
I
Like people were like,
I thought I was the
yeah.
only one. I didn't want to say
Thank
nothing.
you.
That's why I didn't comment.
I
on
know.
like, that's what he did. This and that. I'm not
I
saying
didn't
what
feel
he
like
did
that's
was
what he
right,
did,
but at
but
the
it's
end
the way
of
he
the
looked
day,
at his
it's
lawyer.
a person. It's a
That's how I
human.
felt.
Yeah.
That's how I
There's
felt. I
nothing
felt
wrong
like
with
what
He didn't
happened to
wake up
him?
expecting to kill
He was
someone.
somebody baby at some. I know people are like, don't talk about him, but I'm just
You
saying he was
good?
somebody
No, you
baby
good.
at some point.
Y'all, I looked up who his
And
wife
grew up,
was.
and
We
who
got
knows
kids.
what the world, has made him feel like. We got our stuff that we deal with as black
Yes.
people.
I
White
did feel
people
bad,
have to deal with
y'all.
something
I ain't gonna
else,
lie.
And I'm just like,
The eyes you just
just made me
mentioned, that's the
feel-
eyes you're supposed to see people with. I'm going to be real
No,
with
I
you.
didn't. I
That's
didn't
it.
see.
No,
No, the
th-
thing
those
that
eyes
scared me
broke
was
my heart,
I didn't
honestly.
see
I'm with
nothing
you.
in his face.
You.
though. That's what scared me.
because he had a mask on.
No, I don't think he felt
Not
bad.
even in his
Even
eyes.
before that.
I was looking at him the whole time.
You
and
mean
how he
not
was
to that moment?
No, like when they were reading the verdict.
I think you don't know. You're not there. I think you're not there.
I just felt bad for him right away because I was like, oh, your whole life.
that. Yeah. But when his
But
little
you talk
eyes
about
over the top looked, and I was just like, oh Jesus. I was like, I know I'm supposed to feel for the world, but I'm like, ooh, I just
I
in
think
my
I
heart.
was expecting him to break down or something. I guess that maybe
I
that
wasn't
made me
expecting
feel.
that. I think he
No,
broke
because
down
I
on
think
the
he was.
inside.
No, I don't think he did. I think he was disappointed that he didn't actually get get away with it.
He was like, what Kev on stage was like, me? But I'm white.
Did the check not go through?
Right. They said no. They found me guilty. They found me.
No, guilty.
What I felt was horrible for the human race.
The human.
Right.
That's how I felt. I didn't care about black. I didn't care about white. I just said what I felt like is, I hate this church.
Well, one of the
like I just hate.
Yeah. But my thing was like, did he like when he was like sitting there like choking this person like.
I don't think they see it that way.
He really thought that he was doing the best thing. Like, he really thought that, even though it was absolutely wrong. You were wrong, for sure.
How can you feel like, the breath is gone? Yes, mission accomplished.
But as a police
you hear somebody call for their mama and you don't move?
Let me take my belt off.
But
it's
he
a
was
job
already
well done.
handcuffed. Right. Yeah, so it was absolutely wrong. But as you were sitting there kneeling on this man's neck, something in his brain made him feel like he was really doing the right thing.
But when I was literally just up here at Mayfair maybe about last year, and they had maybe a 14-year-old boy, and they had put this bag. I saw them put the bag over his head, and I was just like, this was right here, right in front of Qdoba.
What?
Wow. And they said because he was spitting, and I was like,
"You don't do that." And what about it?
I was like, "Yes."
Is these the same white officers that let them dogs kiss them in the face?
I got it on video.
But this person was spitting, and you done let this dog with toilet water tongue
because they view us less than dogs. Let's be real.
For Thanksgiving.
If you see a dog getting stabbed on TV, they be like, "Oh my word!" But if it's us, like, it's just
about Michael Vick.
It's just Tuesday.
Michael Vick got longer than people that actually killed. You know what I mean?
He fought dogs.
A human actually got to wait and sop up they spit before they spit it. They take a minute.
But you gotta think about it. They had literally 6 men on this 14-year-old boy.
That's terrible.
And of course he gonna try to do whatever he gonna. Then they put. I could only imagine. And so it was my friend Lakia. I don't know if y'all know Lakia.
I
Spell.
seen the video when he was right in front of Target.
Yes.
On 124th. She was like, "What are y'all doing?"
Yes.
He was right on 124th.
Yeah. And then they put the bag over his head.
I put the bag over because a bag.
It's a spit. It's a
what
thing.
You know
they
what they should
do?
So, a plastic bag. It was a plastic bag.
It looked like plastic to me, but it's something that they put on them so they don't spit.
If he's spitting, what you do is put a cloth bag over his head because they wear them cloth bags in the KKK, and y'all just fine.
Wow.
Woo! And we're moving.
Y'all can breathe.
And he can breathe. The spit ain't gonna hit you. Y'all spitting all in that bag.
Teej, can you take us through these fashions right quick for my head buzz?
Whoopi is giving us. I can't remember.
But give us a segue out.
Okay,
no,
wait. Go to
switch,
Shayna first.
Child. We got the switch.
Go to
Whoopi
Shayna
first.
No, I want to talk about Shayna first because Whoopi don't get enough credit and she need a build up to her.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I mean. I don't know. I don't have a transition. It's transformation time. I love transformations. Transformational
transformation,
movies,
right?
All that kind of stuff.
Transform out of this dark space that we're in. Yes.
And so recently, Shayna Wilson Williams, who is a gospel artist and all that good stuff,
Lord. Thank you,
amazing gospel artist. Story. I'm trying to think of what y'all know.
I don't even know who she was, but she looked cute.
King of Glory with Todd Delaney. Really? That's her. But what's the other one? She was real.
So little.
What else was she real popular for?
I know that one.
I forgot.
Just wanna be with you.
Yeah,
I forgot.
We sing them all the time. But she recently had a weight loss journey, so she was near. What did she say?
No journey. It was a.
Yeah, it wasn't a journey. It was a procedure. Yeah, but it's a journey. You gotta hit a certain weight before you can do it. You gotta schedule the surgery.
I did not take any pills, no diets, no tests, no
just surgery.
Okay. Right. So she was near like 320 pounds, I think,
Thank you, Lord.
Now she's lost about 100, I think. I don't know.
Wow.
It was
more.
more.
That was more than 100.
She looks great.
Yeah, she looks beautiful.
Hold on, let me let Keon see this picture. Y'all know Keon.
Cause
Keon
got the
Keon loves
it. And she getting the right angle too. Get the shape, Shane.
But you know what I'm saying, honey? It's about the shape and the way you drape that hair. Okay.
It was like, but you see how as the weight got less, the inches got longer. Her hair got longer. It's like
long on the way too, though. She
no, but look,
it flopped over the shoulders.
Oh.
Baby,
Pretty. I'm just looking.
Flopped over the shoulder.
Okay.
It be down to the booty now.
Period. Okay.
Booty.
But yes. And then speaking of people like just don't get enough credit, Whoopi does not get enough credit. I've seen a meme where they were like,
"What you mean?
Society
usually look at a mess. What are we talking about?"
Well, you know they say I saw a meme was like society told you Whoopi Goldberg was ugly, but she's actually beautiful.
She's amazing. Like, yeah.
She don't have no eyebrows, but she's beautiful. Like Whoopi is beautiful.
I'm trying to figure out why this baby don't got eyebrows. She got alopecia.
I don't know what it is.
But she got hair
That's
on
what
her
I
head.
heard. That's what I'm
she
saying.
ain't never had eyebrows. Maybe
So
they
when
just
she was on the
Variety
cover
cover.
of Variety, and it's giving me what's the name of her character in Sister Act? I can't remember. Sister Mary Clarence.
Sister Mary
Clarence.
But what was her stage
Dolores.
name?
Oh,
Dolores. Yeah.
Dolores.
She's giving us real Dolores.
Puncarty.
I don't. Has
a
she?
little Jumpin' Jack Flash
It's
mixed
so
with
beautiful.
Ghost mixed with.
I like this one. The black is a little scary, but this one is cute.
I like the red draped underneath. I mean, it's giving me.
Look at this one,
It's the
Brandy. Look at this.
intricacies
This
of
one's
this
cute.
dress.
Oh,
That one's cute, y'all.
That gives me like.
It's giving me like the godmother of Hollywood.
What is this photo shoot for?
Variety.
Variety,
magazine.
Did you
the
just say
magazine.
that and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't listen?
Yeah, you didn't listen.
Okay, well why?
okay.
Just cause?
Yeah, they just gave her a shoot, I guess. Look, okay,
I mean,
wait.
she's in a
living
movie.
legend.
Says,
A movie is coming out. New
it
movie
says
or
Whoopi
something.
Goldberg's 1991 Oscar win was not only aspirational, it was historic. She became the first black woman to receive any Academy Award in 50 years.
Come on, Whoopi.
Yeah.
And now
We're
she's,
talking about her
she's running The
achievements.
View.
She is.
Yeah.
You
That's
make
her
that
show.
money.
They
After
need
she
to
got
sponsor
rid of
her.
Tamar.
Who did she
She
just
said, I'm
go
not
off
taking
on?
over till I get rid of Tamar. That's what she said.
Oh.
She ain't say that,
Wait
but
a minute,
I feel like
Tamar
she
was
said
on The
it.
View?
What? No, I mean Tamar was on. What's that
She
one
was
show?
on The Real.
On The Real. Tamar was on The Real, but didn't Tamar go on The View?
I don't think so. You probably thinking about Raven Simone. She was on The View. And
yeah,
there
and
was
they was
some-
butting heads.
Yeah,
Raven
Because
for
she
sure.
said she wasn't black.
Raven a little
Right,
weird,
she said
though.
she was out.
You
Yeah,
right, that was
Raven
it.
came out.
You think
with
Raven
that.
she was a star all her life?
No,
she
I
don't
think
know
Raven
people.
and Eddie was sharing
You
drinks.
said she out of touch.
Yeah, that's true. She's very out of touch. That's what I think it was. She was a child star since she was like 6. She don't really know
She been
normal.
making albums.
Yeah, you
and
don't know
Yeah.
normal. I don't, people need Jesus, is all I'm going to say.
It was
But,
that Mickey Mouse
She
club
married
that
to a
did
white
it to
woman.
these
Something about
kids.
Disney, man.
I don't know. And, I think it was also image.
for real.
Like the way your your image really does affect
They
your
talked
inside
about her
out, and
weight
so her
bad
weight
as
was
a
always an
child.
issue for her.
And she was kicked off
And
Disney
then you're
after she
always
started
looking to be
getting bigger.
accepted and
Raven was
loved,
fine.
and
I
so
loved Raven.
I love that.
So mad when she
And
married
she
a white
did have
woman.
a beautiful voice.
No, she married?
Yeah,
married
she
a
was.
white
I
woman.
didn't marry. I thought she had that little. She was
The
like
other
black.
girl.
No, they got married.
She
A
broke,
white woman.
she broke up with
She
the
was
other.
married to her trainer, which was a black woman.
Child, I don't even
She
know.
married a white
And I'm still confused
Queen
by Niecy
Latifah
Nash.
also married a white woman.
Well, we're not gonna talk about
You
Niecy
gotta
Nash.
watch her Ellen interview. You gotta watch her Ellen interview.
She got a Red Table Talk interview too, but I just haven't.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I haven't been able to.
She
get
calls
ready
her
for
spouse
it.
her husband, like her
I'm
husband.
confused. I just
Even the way she talks.
It's
she
so
hasn't been
silly.
gay her entire life.
No,
I
she
mean-
hasn't. She got all these kids and stuff. I just feel like she wanted to live and have fun right
Niecy
now. That's what
Nash,
she trying to
man.
do.
Niecy
I
Nash is
had, I had a
beautiful.
crush on her.
Steven, did you say Niecy Nasty?
No,
Oh,
see,
No, he was just having a
you
moment.
nasty.
I thought you said Niecy Nash. Niecy Nasty.
not at all.
Listen,
not
okay,
at all.
so I wanted to give like at least a little props because I just found out about this. Well, not props, Lord have mercy. Why props come out? But just some acknowledgement to goodness, I forgot his name. Humpty Dance. Is it Shock G?
Shock G.
Shock G.
Oh, he passed.
So that's back in my day. Well, they was a little older than me, but still, like
Yeah,
my
that
big
was-
cousins used to get down to them, and I used to want to be like my big cousins. And so he was,
You said give
digital.
him his props. Oh, way to die,
What?
buddy.
I didn't mean way to bring props back
Oh,
up. I was
sorry.
trying to let it die.
Oh, not let it die.
Absolutely horrible.
This is why you don't bring up hot topics that are not on the list. 'Cause you
No,
have
to get off track and be
I saw you
mixed up.
post it, and I had no clue who that was.
Right, because he was back in the day.
I know
so
the song.
He was a
though.
hip hop legend.
So yeah, Digital Underground,
Man.
and so Humpty Dance was what we was very well known by. But then I was looking, he's also was known for always having that
weird
stupid
nose
nose.
thing.
But he was handsome.
Yeah, girls
he was
loved it.
very handsome, and it was like I only knew him for that nose. I was like, you wasted your whole life behind his nose.
Wow.
Oh,
Praise the Lord.
I
A
don't
lot
know.
of
Sick
other
of
artists
Brandy,
said he
and
was
I'm just gonna
competitive
head
though,
out.
as far as like performing on stage with certain people. And he was,
Yeah, I don't even know
He was
how he
hard.
passed away, but I was thinking about that. So you had DMX,
hard.
and not to compare, because I think DMX had a much longer.
But it was somebody
history.
else too, right after DMX, like a producer or something.
there
I
was
can't remember
a-
his name. It's
somebody
probably
else was
somebody.
Right,
super
it was
sick.
somebody. I forgot.
Snoop Dogg has a new record out, but anyhow, and we're gonna keep
Is
moving.
it gospel?
No, something about booties,
Oh.
and we're
Snoop
moving.
is, Leo White with Purple Urkel.
Wow. Well, anyhow, you guys, WGOB listeners and Facebook audience and YouTube watchers, this has been your Hot Topics. A bit of a roller coaster, but such is life, okay? We're going to go
Right.
to a break, and we'll be right back after this.
see saints that have fallen, 'cause compassion's in need. Gotta keep pressing on. Pressing on. Gotta keep pressing on. I gotta keep pressing on. So, why are you stressing when you should be pressing? But I gotta keep pressing. So, why are you stressing?
Crept in my family, knocked me off my feet. I could hardly speak, but I'm adopted in the King's family. So everything's gonna be alright. So I got to keep pressing on. Said I got to keep pressing on. Said I got to keep moving on. Said I got to keep moving on. Said I got to keep pushing on. Said I got to keep pushing on. Said I got to keep pressing on.
Why are you stressing when you should be pressing? Why are you stressing? Keep pressing. Why are you stressing when you should be pressing? Gotta keep pressing on. Gotta keep pressing on. Gotta keep pressing on. Gotta keep pressing on. 'Cause I gotta make sure I keep my focus. Don't let what I see. 'Cause I know that we've been made, but I know the joy comes in the morning. Make sure I keep my focus. Don't let what I see. 'Cause we've been made, but I know the joy. It comes in the morning light. It comes in the morning light. So I gotta keep on. I gotta keep pressing on. Gotta keep pressing on. Oh, I got you. Gotta keep pressing on. So why are you stressing when you should be pressing? Whoa, but I gotta keep pressing. Why are you stressing when you should be pressing? When the soul cries, when the soul cries, God is listening, and He hears you when your soul cries. It'll be alright. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who ever feels my pain. Yeah, that's when I feel so all alone. Anxiety kicks in, I lose my way. Yeah, Lord, why do I fall for the same deceiving tricks that Satan throws my way?
are back on Saved in the City, Milwaukee, the Saved in the City talk show. We are glad you're here. Joining us by Facebook Live, joining us by YouTube, joining us by, what was the other one? WGLB 1560 AM, right, of the actual radio where we are. Well, you know what time it is. I have been gone for 2 weeks, and I know people just can't read as good as I can.
Oh, well, Steve did a great job last week.
The shade for me.
Shade for me.
JK, I kid. I've been reading on the 12th grade reading level since I was in 3rd grade. But it's time for church announcements. I know, so go ahead and get your calendars out, your pocketbooks, your what was the other one?
Not the pocketbook.
Your Palm Pilot, all of it. We're gonna get it scheduled in right about now. Well, this is cute. I'm excited about this. Women in Worship, Milwaukee. Is that what that is?
Oh, no. Everybody keeps thinking about it.
Yeah, why did they use WIW? They shouldn't.
Yes, it is actually a Wives in Waiting. Just say W.
Oh, okay, Wives in Waiting. Yes, Milwaukee monthly meetup hosted by Christian Connections. That's so sweet. Yes. It's actually via Zoom, Monday, April 26th of this year, 6 p.m. That's Central Standard Time. They're going to identify the crisis of the rising leader. Ooh, I like that title. And one of our favorites is going to be speaking, Brandy Iberia, and it's a guest speaker, April 4. I know, right? I love it. Also, the community MKE presents the virtual event Sports and More, ages 9 and 14, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 23rd, 24th, and 25th. It'll be a meet and greet. There'll be life skills activities. COVID has affected everybody's game, but you can make it happen or watch it happen. So it's going to be like a little virtual training on like the basics of basketball and all that good stuff. So your kids can get a little break after virtual learning. Yeah, entrepreneurship, life skills, ball handling. That's a lot of good stuff you need to know.
You know basketball.
Yeah, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. I love it. Greater New Birth is at it again. Outreach and Missions Initiative is hosting Living Waters for the Homeless Ministry. Which one is coming up next? June 26th and July 10th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Looks like they have resources for those who are homeless at the moment. So connect there if you can reach out to someone you know in need, or if you are in need, there you go. A bike giveaway. Oh, this is cute. I've never heard of this.
I'm going because I don't want to buy
a bike giveaway. Saturday, May 1st by Ephesians. We love them.
I no bikes for my kids.
From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I was trying to see if there was an age involved. Child, can I go get a bike?
My baby size will be there.
No, because I'm gonna skimp my calves up trying to do that.
Why? And your legs got to be pretty. Why?
Got to be fly, because I'm an influencer.
Oh, because sometimes you do wear shorts.
He
I
does.
do.
And you do be posed.
Okay.
And it do be cute.
Exactly. I can't be scarred up. I'm an influencer. All right, Saturday, May 1st, bike giveaway at Ephesians Missionary Baptist Church. We love the monks. Coming soon, Embracing Your Inner Warrior. Oh, I love him. Nicholas Dillon is the keynote speaker, the Believe coach, #1 best-selling author, international speaker. Is it? April 24th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you think it's a warrior inside, but you ain't sure, this is where you need to be. Free event, and y'all, you got appetizers included. Y'all need to be here. That's a blessing.
I'm gonna need you not to slow down.
Okay, empower me, but feed me as well.
Bonnets of salvation? No,
listen,
don't
it's
wear
virtual though,
bonnets
isn't
of
it?
salvation.
Oh no, it's not virtual.
Well, how you gonna have appetizers if virtual? It don't matter then.
Listen, drop it off at my house as I register.
Okay. Oh, they DoorDashing?
Right.
Now we gonna make stuff up.
I
People
did
gonna
go
get
into a
people in
Zoom
trouble.
call. I did go to a Zoom call before. I thought this was the neatest thing. They sent us all vouchers to get like Uber Eats, like delivered to your house.
Oh,
I'm doing that. Like a lunch meeting.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So when you get it before you log on and you get your food and then you can eat together on the thing.
Employers.
It was so nice.
This is how you retain employees.
Yes. So Mount Horror Baptist Church. Oh, this is awesome. Get a free vaccine here. They're excited to be hosting a COVID-19 vaccination clinic at Mount Horror. It doesn't say which vaccine it is, but if it's Johnson & Johnson, child, run for the hills.
Wait, they paused it, Teach. They paused it.
No, I just read when I got in here that they unpaused it.
Oh,
so I don't know if
that
they
mean?
Remember they paused
it. It's back being used.
Yeah, but also now they saying come back
you can
and
use
we
it
can try it
again.
again. No, thank you.
Sorry, you won't die this time. Have blood clots. And it's like, what?
And talcum powder in your face.
I told y'all about Johnson. When they said Johnson / Johnson, I said I don't trust nothing. They still acting like they ain't killed people with baby powder.
Like they still.
All right, and this is my church. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're hosting a free food box drive. I believe one box can feed a family of 4, and we get like 1,000 of them. So if you can drop some off to some people, please do.
All this like Saturday's about to be popping.
Like, yeah, I'm about to be up there like, hi, how are you? How many?
I'm not going to do nothing but my house.
It's the voice for me.
It's the voice. Okay, you gotta be full ministry mode. So that's Jericho Church Without Walls, 8086 North 76th Street. You or a family that you may know and need, send them up here from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or if they can't get up here, you go for them, fill your car up, drop them off. Yeah, whatever you got to do. People are doing that all the time when we do this. So make sure you connect with that. A few more actually. Child, y'all got me announcing for the nation.
Well, welcome back.
12th grade reading level.
Okay,
and scene.
Shading
Black-owned.
Show it off.
I didn't even hear it. I just said
Let's
that.
hear it.
All right, Black-owned food truck block party. This is brilliant. I love that. Maybe because I'm greedy, but.
Now this looks fun.
Yeah, this is tomorrow as well,
so
11 a.m. to 3 p.m. What is
We're
this?
supposed to get lunch tomorrow, y'all.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe y'all can pick it up, bring it to me. Come to bring it to me.
That's not gonna make it,
I'm
child.
gonna
I'm
think
gonna
about
eat
it
it
and
before I get to
bring
you.
it.
I'll pay for it.
But somebody might be
said she gonna
interested.
pay
So the
for
first 50 people who sign up. Oh no, you're probably too late.
Yeah,
if you sign up for the Harambe cleanup, you'll get $5 food voucher towards the block party. So a few different trucks will pull up, and you just eat your heart content.
And support Black businesses while you're at it.
That part. That's the biggest part. I love this. Apostle Varner releasing mantles of
glory.
Help me. I was
That's
about
glory.
to say honor. I thought that was an H.
See, this is why you can't preface with the 12th
I
grade.
did too.
See, look, because you know it's in fancy.
You're gonna be challenged.
This is why I
Y'all
gotta
get
no.
real fancy with these flyers.
I was about to say you gotta tell the graphic
These
designers
fonts.
just because you can read
Clear
it don't
fonts.
mean everybody else can read it.
They forgot to put the dark shadow underneath. People.
Yeah,
Exactly,
that was
that's
it.
what it is.
Oh,
April
Lord.
24th, this is tomorrow at 6 p.m. So after you ate, got your free food box, you go and get church and get a word. And it's also Sunday, April 25th at 10 a.m. There's a special guest speaker, Tori Harper. If you guys know who he is, I love them. Their worship is good. Check them out. I love them. Apostle Werner over at Global Outreach Ministries and Training Center. I'm trying to remember the church. Amen. We're moving on. WGLB 5th Annual Scholarship, 2021 Scholarship. If you have a child that's planning to go to college this year, make sure you have them sign up for this. There are a couple requirements, so make sure you look out for that on our Facebook page. You have to have a 2.3 and a few other things, and we'll have this information up for you. Well, that's all the announcements we have for you today. Remember, if you have a church announcement or a community event you want to share, you can send it to us at savedandthecitymke@gmail.com, and we'll announce it for free.
For free, no cost.
Where they
Jesus
do that?
paid it all. Holiday,
He paid it all.
holiday.
Well, listen, we have a special guest in the house.
We do have a special
but
guest
we're gonna go to break
in the
first?
house. No, we're not going to go to a break.
Okay.
But I do want to add a couple other announcements because you said women in worship because it was in the spirit.
It was in the spirit. Oh, it is coming
Hallelujah.
up. It is coming
and
up.
so it is coming up.
Next
and so
month.
Women in Worship
Oh, wow.
is June, not next month. So it's happening in June 4th and 5th. And so, usually it's happened at the Helen Zalazo Center. But this year it's going to be at Mason Temple.
Oh, cool.
Most people in Milwaukee, I know the WGLB listeners are familiar where Mason Temple is. I want to say like 35th and Florist area.
Yep, over there.
Yep, exactly. And so it is the sanctuary is massive, and that's very comforting for me. If you think about people who are, we're still in a full pandemic, and so that's just a comfort,
It's a lot
just
of
knowing that
space.
you got space to spread out.
a balcony and everything.
Yeah, and so exactly. So I'm super excited about Women in Worship happening this year with Pastor Melva, and Psalmist Rain is coming back.
Oh, yeah, she was amazing.
Yes,
last
from
year.
from
her.
Chicago. She's absolutely amazing and just sweet as pie.
She
Right,
is.
because you ministered last year. You sang.
I mean, that's the help.
You said you was the help.
I was the help.
Yeah, well, you ushered us into the presence of the Lord.
Usher.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Okay, and so it was very good. It was very good. And so I'm so excited about this year. The theme is power.
Okay.
Ooh, 'cause we all
Okay, and
need-
so we're not we're not we're coming out with all the bells and whistles. So you
Okay.
guys definitely want to be there. So myself along with Kelly, I always want to say McClendon. What's Kelly's last name? I can't. Good Lord, why do I always forget her name?
Kelly, what's your name?
How could you forget Kelly? you will not forget Kelly, but just know Kelly.
Kelly is your
It's Kelly.
It's Kelly.
But anyway, and it's gonna come to me right afterwards. But
Me
Kelly
too.
and I are doing we're doing the virtual hosting,
Oh,
and
cool.
so it's gonna be super, super amazing. You guys do not want to miss it. And so
Woman of God.
I'll send you the flyer too, so you can add that to the list that we put on our social media page.
Got it.
All right, and so as Tej said, we do have a special guest in the house, and so I'm so excited. A lot of times when church
Ooh, I just read
announcements,
your title.
yeah, okay. Oh my goodness! So when we move into church announcements, I start to get excited because I know it's that time where we're going to get to chat about our amazing guests and talk to them about what they have going on. And specifically this month, I was like, what's going on this month? What can we touch on? And we already had, you guys remember we had Jerry Wilson on, and he was kind of talking about life insurance and some other things. And I was like, oh, this is financial literacy month. And there was a few other things that popped up that I was like, I need to talk to Pastor Cheryl. She is absolutely amazing. Pastor Cheryl McMurtry. She's the founder and president of McMurtry Financial Services and so much. I mean, she just does all the other things. Isn't she cute? It's just all of the things in one. And so, Pastor Cheryl, welcome to the Saving the City radio show.
Thank you so much.
You in the building.
I am in the building.
Again. Well, not this building,
Yes.
but we were on here trying to figure out when the last time, and it was probably almost 5 years ago.
Yes, which I had an absolutely fabulous time.
And so you're like, of course I'll come back.
Expect to have a great time tonight. And this fabulous crew is outstanding.
We're here.
Love
We're doing
the
dang
energy.
thing.
Love the
yes.
energy.
And so Financial Literacy Month, again, I kind of stumbled across it. And it made me wonder how many other people know about Financial Literacy Month. So maybe why don't you start by just sharing people maybe a little bit more about you, and then let's just kind of get into what Financial Literacy Month is and how we can even participate towards the end of the month now.
Yes, well, as you did such a wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. Yes, but I am the founder and president of McMurtry Financial Services, which is a full-service accounting firm. Here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin is the home base, but we serve clients locally and nationally, small business and nonprofit organizations with accounting services, tax services, business consulting, as well as financial education. And it is my endeavor to share as much information as absolutely possible with as many people who are launching businesses and stepping out and starting and leading nonprofit organization with financial education.
Wow.
So your bookkeeping is right. So the next time we have a pandemic, African American businesses are not left out. Only 1% nationally of African American small businesses qualify for the PPP.
Wow.
That is horrific. Only 12% of all minorities qualify for the PPP, and a lot of it was because we just didn't have good information to be prepared so that our ducks is in the row and we can get the help and support we need. And so I worked really hard to try to help as many businesses last year get what they needed to survive and thrive and get over this hump. And I determined 2021 would be the year that I would try to host and be a part of as much training as possible because I don't want us left out.
Right.
And so, this month is Financial Literacy Month, and it the president started it, I think, back in like 2008 or so, a few years ago, just to try to help people become more aware financially of what they can do to be, sustained and supported and financially secure. And so April is designated as Financial Literacy Month.
Well, and that's great. And again, a lot of people, they don't know it, or they've heard about it, but they don't see how they can participate.
Exactly.
And so there's a couple of things that came up when you just when you hit, especially specifically on the African American community. A lot of the reason why we're not, and I can speak from a personal experience and just people even within my family or people I'm connected to, there's fear connected to looking at your finances, looking at because the thing is we can talk a good game.
Right.
But then when we gotta show the receipts for it, we don't have the receipts.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people, and I feel like I'm gonna call some people out, but that's okay because it's time. Because this is what happens. Mm-hmm. So we're moving in spaces because we don't have the credit that we feel as though that we need to get certain things. So a lot of people are getting paid under the table.
Yes.
There's a lot of different things that are going on that is not in the space of integrity.
Right.
And then then the opportunities come and we miss out.
Exactly.
Right. And so how do we start to unravel the fear that's passed down really from generation? This is how you do it.
Exactly.
So for some people it started as fear, and then for the next generation it's all they ever known.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how
and
do we
I think
start
a
to
lot of
unravel
that fear was rooted in institutions, the institutions at work here in America that are anti-African American.
Yeah.
And so
there's no wealth. We don't have wealth.
Yeah. And we don't have the information when there are laws and rules on the book to count us out. So now we're like, we can't trust anybody. We can't trust the banker. We can't trust the accountant.
Right.
We don't, a lot of people don't even know accountants that look like them. And so there's this guard of, are they telling me good information? I don't know. You know what? I'll just handle it myself. But we don't have the information or the skill set to handle it ourselves.
Yeah.
And so that's how we find ourselves in the trouble. Our credit gets bad. We get in a bind. And now we got to kind of work around the
we don't
system
want to look at it, but
to
look
try
at
to
it.
survive. Exactly. And so it's finding someone you can trust that have the skill set and the information, like myself, African American woman here, accountant, 28 years of experience this year, that will walk and come alongside you, who won't judge you because you're in a tough, rough situation. I ain't get it right. Okay, well, we can start today and we can make changes. And so it's really finding the right person that will undergird you and work through and get you to a place of operating above the board and now creating wealth.
That's so good. Above the board and now creating wealth. Ooh, that resonates. The other part of that too is, I think the other fear is losing what they do have, because there's so many people in our community that's dependent on the government for all of these different things. And so they're like, well, if I start to learn more and start to get more money or build wealth, I'm going to miss something. So I think the other part is breaking the idea that if I am free from that I don't have anything else. I don't,
exactly.
and that's a traditional mindset.
Yeah, and it is a mindset, and it's a mindset that keeps you bound because what you don't even take note of is not having the right information cost you more in the long run. Because the mistakes create penalties, it creates higher interest because you don't have good credit. And so you're actually paying more than doing things right, getting the right information, following the guidelines, sticking within the parameters, working the system. And even though it wasn't designed for you, learn it. Learn the system and work it and make it work for you.
I feel like I want to cry because that's where my mindset is for the last at least about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, where it's like I'm going and then this is just cycle. And so it not being taught to me and not really knowing how to maneuver through this financial world is very intimidating. The moment I look a cash flow sheet, what is that? I don't know, you know? And so, but I'm like, Brandy, figure it out. And it's because over the last couple of years that I've been looking at it, I've set myself up to actually start to benefit from looking at, the things that I was afraid of. And so, like you said,
and find the training. When you find the training. I did a training a couple months ago in February, understanding the ins and outs of your business's finances. We went through every financial statement that a business owner needs. Here is what it tells you. This breaks it down. So there are some of us out here who are working hard to try to help bring that information so you don't have to wonder,
and
what is this? They're
yourself.
asking for all this stuff. You go to the bank to get a loan. I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
you know?
and then you feel shame afterwards. They say no, but I'm like, well, and again, it takes not just you looking at it, but coupling with someone who understands it. And so that's actually, so I'm glad you said that, because that's where I wanted to go, because I want you just to talk a little bit more about those services that you offer, and even some of the trainings that you have coming up that people can connect to.
Yes, well, I do offer, like I said, the full bookkeeping and accounting, and so come alongside a business owner. You're starting your business, you're in business, you want to get things in order. Let's create a system that you can work, I can work with you, we can get things in order. And the crux and the foundation of any finances, whether it's personal or whether it's business, is one, having a plan. Get you a budget in place. What's the game plan? What's the roadmap for how my money is going to serve me? Because money is to serve us. We shouldn't be just slaving away for the money. It should serve us. And so we create a plan for how it's going to work for us, and then work the plan. And then have a system in place that you can track and say, okay, this plan is working well, or I may need to make some adjustments because life is happening.
Yeah.
And so the next workshop I kind of have coming up, which is May 26th.
Yes.
It's a quick, calling it the 90-minute financial crash course.
Love
it's just 90 minutes of your time. We're going to get in there and we're going to do bookkeeping. Setting up systems and processes, getting you some record keeping going, knowing how to book your stuff so you can do that yourself and maintain it and have things in order. And that'll be the foundation for creating what you need to continue to grow and financially increase.
You gotta look at it, y'all. That's what I keep hearing in my heart.
You gotta look
and see where it's going, and when it's coming in and when it's going out. Because what ends up happening, and I can speak from a business owner's perspective, that I pay out so much, I never feel like I see a profit.
Yes,
but that's because I don't have it labeled in the way it's supposed to go. So I can't rejoice over the fact that I actually might have made some money. Because I'm mixing things, I got my business mixed with. I feel like, does that bless you a little bit?
Oh, it's blessing me indeed.
Come on in here. I heard the low moan, like, yes, Shondo. Okay, because that's the thing, and then your finances is mixed with your business finances, and then you still got to deal with your taxes at the end. I'm saying it is a lot, and we got to look at it. And there was something else that you said about money serving you.
Yes.
Oh my God, the other part is we gotta label it.
Yes.
We gotta tell it
where
it's
to go. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And if you don't look at it, it's going somewhere, but is it going where you really want it to go?
It's like water.
Exactly.
Like you can build a dam or bridges, or what have you, to tell the water what direction, where do I need it to flow?
Exactly.
So that when I'm thirsty, I can drink. That's a whole word.
That's a whole word.
Okay.
It'll preach. It'll preach, honey.
That'll preach.
It'll
my
preach.
Goodness.
Yes.
And so I do kind of want to open the floor. I don't know. I got some other questions.
I'm not asking questions.
Because I'm not just trying to get a free consultation, but I got 2 questions.
See, no, but and I want to help
that's
the people.
How it works.
I was visiting. I have a really all of my friends are like entrepreneurs and real creators.
Yes.
And the thing that's like going around now is the PPP loan.
Oh, I want to bring it up. Go ahead. That's where I want to go.
But it's PPP loan, but it's like people are paying people to help them finesse it and get thousands and thousands of dollars. So what is your advice to people that are like, I want to finesse the system and get $20,000 illegally?
Hold that point too, because I want this little piggyback off of that.
Because people need to know this is real.
Because this is what scared me. Because then I saw these people putting these memes up. Well, no, the girl, she put up the what is that?
The GoFundMe.
The GoFundMe page, because she said the feds are after her.
And she got to pay it back.
Because she got to pay back the PPP loan. So school us on PPP loans and when we should be afraid or not afraid, or what we're supposed to do.
Okay, so the first thing is the PPP stands for Payroll Protection
and
Program.
People getting the money and ain't got a staff.
And ain't got a staff, ain't even fully in business. People
but is it true I can be like the only employee and still apply, right?
Yep,
okay.
you sure can. You have to submit a Schedule C, which I'm fully aware people are fabricating their Schedule C, which is a sole proprietor or an independent contractor.
Yeah.
It's there your portion of your business activity on your tax return. So you submit that, and they base it off of the revenue you brought in for your business. But do know there are specific things you have to spend that payroll protection program loan on to be forgiven. And so you have to spend it on 60% of it has to be spent on payroll or your personal income. Yes. And then the rest is spent on utilities and rent for your office space.
Right.
Now.
So if you don't have none of that.
So the Fed's not going to come after me if I
need to be looking for grants.
Exactly. You need grants.
Or
I
had business for 10 years.
You know that you're going to pay it back. It's a loan. Right. It's just a loan that can be forgiven.
Somebody said that if you are if you are a contractor with no employees, that you don't have to pay it back.
Nope, that's not true.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Come on.
That's
so can people pay you to just help them do their PPP loan?
I got a lady, I can go through her.
They can, well, to help, to make sure that your records are in place, to help you apply. But your records need to be right.
Yeah, you got to have the right
stuff. And then what you spend it on, you have to be able to provide the receipts and the documentation to the Small Business Association, SBA.gov.
Okay.
When you want it forgiven.
So
otherwise,
wait. Say that part again because we had a phone call and it threw me off. You said we got to do what at the end?
You got to have the documentation to support what you spent it on.
You got to have the receipts.
That you got to, that you got to submit to the SBA, Small Business Association, when you want it forgiven. Yep. Otherwise, it's a loan and you're going to pay it back.
You're going to pay it back.
But you said something on the phone we were talking. You said, but if you have to pay it back, it's not the worst thing.
It's not the worst thing.
Because
like
you actually need it.
It's 1% interest. That's not bad. So that's extremely low interest rate loan. But you on the hook for 20 G's and it has, or however much you get. And you have to pay it back in 3 years.
Okay. Or some of it back, depending if you can prove
the whole
So bottom line is if you don't have a legit business and you're not really paying people out, stop playing with it. Because people are thinking like, people are getting $1 million. They're not thinking about me with no $10,000, $15,000. Okay.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
And you got to
they sure are.
We got a caller. Let's see. Maybe they have a question about. Hey, caller, you're on the air with the Saved in the City radio show with Pastor Cheryl McMurtry. Got a question for us?
I do. No, I don't. I don't know what to say. But look, this is different than I was supposed to pick my T-shirt up today. How are you guys doing?
We're great. You can come next week. It's okay. You can come next week.
Okay, I'm going to have to come next week.
Y'all are hilarious. Y'all really act like this is a phone. You know you on the radio. Did you just hang up on Miss Joyce? I want you to know that it was not me. That it was the staff that hung up on you. But I do have your phone number if you're still listening, and I will give you a call. You can come get your T-shirt next week. We're talking about Financial Literacy Month and all of the things that are kind of going on right now, especially this PPP loan that everybody's talking about. Are there other things that we could be applying for as businesses, or when you get the PPP loan, is that it, or can you still apply for other things?
Yeah, well, there's other loans that they have.
Like, I don't
like they have
I want grants.
you want grants, and so you got to get grants, and there are grants available to small business owners, and so it's checking with your local chamber of commerce, or not even, and you don't have to be African American, you don't have to be African American to go to the African American Chamber of Commerce. You don't have to be Hmong to go to the Hmong Chamber of Commerce. You just have to be a business that meets the criteria that they have. You can go to your local economic, development authority. So WEDA was giving out loans and all of that. A lot of it, you have to prove that you did have some hardship due to COVID-19.
I'm gonna just send him a picture of me.
Exactly.
I'm gonna send him a picture of me like, don't I look like I done hit hardship?
Exactly.
Look, send him that picture when after the parasite.
Okay, because I got one in the hospital in a gown.
It was real.
Exactly. But it all comes back. It all comes back though to having your financial records in order.
And because I'm going to that bookkeeping class. When is it happening again?
That's happening May 26th. 5:30 to 7 p.m. You can register at McMurtryFinancialServices.com.
Okay.
It's a small fee, but that small fee does not rank in comparison to what you find yourself paying penalties and fees and interest when you make mistakes. And it's okay if you made them.
Yeah.
We're not here as a judgment zone. You can start right now today getting things in order and getting it right.
I have one more question before you go.
Yes.
I'm enjoying this. So, okay, now I don't know. Like, can I ask a question about insurance? Are you able to help with that or no? So this is my question about insurance, though.
She was going to ask me. Okay. I'm going to just pray you know.
I know, right? And if I don't, I'm going to be honest and say I don't.
Yes, exactly. So what I'm thinking about, so in terms of like life insurance.
Okay.
So I'm thinking term versus whole.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out, because I'm old, but I'm not old.
Yep.
Like, should I get a whole life policy or a term policy? So I've learned the difference.
Yep.
Because this is why I was thinking you might know, because with the whole life, because we're talking about these loans,
right?
And we're because as business owners, you might need money, but if you have a life insurance policy, you can borrow off of that and not owe anything.
Yep, if it's a whole life.
If it's whole life, and there's annuities and dividends and all of that.
It
I
is.
don't know which one.
It is. Now, being a financial person, and this night. Insurance people, I ain't trying to, mess up nothing
this is my
here.
question. Y'all in my session.
But as a financial person, we say term life.
Really?
Because you're paying, you're insured, insurance is to cover.
But
death,
it's gonna be
things
over.
like that. You're trying to make some money. Put your money in something that will grow at a higher interest rate than your insurance policy. That's just giving money away, honestly, from our perspective.
This is why.
See, I'm going to live forever.
There's way better products to invest money in than your insurance program.
We'll talk about that later. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, this has been great. Oh my goodness. Any other questions on the floor? Core DJ League, Kiwan, y'all good?
This is great. This is awesome.
This is a fabulous group here.
No, like you really help.
Yes, I got business cards.
Yes, please.
Yes, McMurtryFinancialServices.com. Check out the website. Yes. You can reach me 414-751-0236 or info@McMurtryFinancialServices.com. I give free 30-minute consultation. Your initial consultation is free. So feel free to reach out.
Oh, I feel so blessed. Oh my God, my goodness. Pastor Cheryl, thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been so helpful for me. And honestly, for the WGOE listeners, I'm sure, for our Facebook audience, for our YouTube audience, and everyone who's watching now and who will watch it later. We can't be afraid to start dealing with our finances.
Cannot.
Right? Because it will open up more opportunities for God to bless you. Look at your stuff, y'all.
Yes.
And Pastor Cheryl, we'd love to have you back whenever you feel like there's new information that we need to know. Let us know. We're happy to share it on the show. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with your top 5 You Doing Too Much moments after this.
Thank you.
You have no idea how I feel inside. I told you I'm okay, but maybe I lied. I put on a smile in the hopes that things will turn out right. But how can I find my way out of the dark when you stole all my light? I choose to hide my thoughts unspoken, so they don't know that I'm broken. There's only so much I can take before I break. Walking alone in a crowd, no courage to speak aloud. Just gotta make the best of things. Can't always have an umbrella when it sadness, got used to the pain. I got my hopes up, then you took it all away. But you're not worth my tears. How could you let this happen after what we've been through all these years? I choose to hide my thoughts unspoken, so they don't know that I'm broken. There's only so much I can take before I break. Oh, for all the times you asked me how I am, and I said fine. Maybe now you'll understand how much time I spent crying. I'm alright, I'm okay. I made it through another day, but I'm not, and you'd never know, 'cause I'd never let it show, 'cause I chose to hide my thoughts unspoken, so they don't know that I'm broken. There's only so much I can take before I break.
They tell me the sky is the limit. I feel really past that right now. I'm in a spaceship and I hop up in it. Now I'm really high, really high. I ain't coming up for nobody. So go and inject me with your love. I don't wanna give it to nobody else. I just wanna keep it to myself. Take me higher, higher. Cloud not enough. I wanna go up. Take me higher, higher. Cloud not enough. I wanna go up. I promise if you be the plug, I keep coming back for more. I need it every day. Stay up in your face, doing what you say. Lord, you got me open. Don't mind if I'm choking. My lungs are exploding, filled up with emotion. Yeah, I don't wanna give it to nobody else. I just wanna keep it to myself. Cloud nine who's looking. I wanna go up. I wanna go up. Floating. I don't care who's looking. I wanna go up. I wanna go up.
WGLB AM 1560, 96.1 FM. Oh my God, do y'all love Pastor Cheryl McMurtry?
Yes, she's so
It was a good
sweet.
time. Yes.
I am obsessed, and it's just, it makes finance not seem so intimidating.
Right.
Like, let's get to know. And so, man, warning to y'all with these old PPP loans, like, have a real business. Like, you know what I mean? And so I do feel better because I'm like, I apply, Lord, please don't let them feds
I'm
come
still
for
thinking
me.
about taking that risk.
It reminded me.
I'm just kidding. Just
What was that,
kidding.
It
Steven?
reminded me
Use
of
half
that daycare scam like 10
Oh, I
years
remember
ago.
Who did a scam?
The daycares.
When they were saying
trying-
they had
I
daycares.
remember that. And them women ended up in jail.
Jail.
Man.
Probably
But they
still
were
there.
lying and literally saying that they had kids.
And it wasn't
that
them.
there were no kids, and there were no kids. But you know, I knew
Employees,
some
you
of the
ain't got no
ladies.
employees.
Like, yeah, I knew some of the, and some. Okay, anyway.
Listen, like that movie, but I'm sorry, real quick, but like the movie I Care a Lot on Netflix,
Yes. Oh my gosh, please watch
Live by the
it.
sword, die by the sword, child. I'm gonna say.
They said I Care a Lot is good.
Watch it.
Is
It'll.
scary?
Oh, no.
Not like
It's not
them,
scary.
'cause I'm not watching
It's just
them.
about scamming and stuff
It's
like
about
that.
scamming. It's intense. Like, oh, who's you gonna scam now? What's gonna
Ooh,
happen
I'm
now?
not ready. I need a moment. I feel like I need Disney, even though I know Disney is toxic too. But like, I just
You
need
can watch
Disney
Moana.
and the
Disney,
beach.
right.
Moana.
Oh,
That's as
Moana.
close as you gonna get.
I love Moana
Disney and the
so
beach.
much.
That's as close as you gonna get right now.
Listen, and some
okay.
food.
It's a fool.
Okay.
It's time. I know this was the laziest introduction for a top 5. Y'all, it's time for top 5. You're doing too much, Mom. Wait, get excited. Okay. Oh my goodness. So again, this is the time. You better with your soprano. This is the opportunity that we take on the Saved in the City radio show to let you know when you just might be doing too much. So we have examples of folks that are just doing too much throughout the week. We share some of their stories in hopes that you will say, you know what, that was too much and I won't do it.
Okay.
I won't. So
I
let's get
shan't
on.
and I
And I
won't.
shan't and I can't.
And
I
I
will
won't.
not.
Shan't.
And I went.
That was a funny word. Shan't.
Shan't. All right. All right. So number 5 on your top 5, you doing too
You
much
gotta sing
moments
it.
of
Who
the
wrote
week.
this?
You know Brandy wrote it.
No.
No, you gotta sing the title.
I know I am.
You gotta sing the
Can I have
title.
a moment?
I don't wanna hurt nobody.
That's a lie, and it sounds real raunchy. I don't see nothing wrong.
I
With a little robbery.
Little robbery.
Baby, you better.
You better. No, Number 5. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bribery. And we're talking about the infamous R. Kelly. Listen,
he is at it again. This baby can't stay out the tabloids.
Talk about it.
Okay, y'all. So the headline is a running scheme. 3 of R. Kelly's
still in jail.
Listen, it's still in jail.
His life is a movie, child.
No, for real. I low-key want to watch it on Lifetime, though.
And I will watch it.
3 of R. Kelly's associates have been arrested. 3 of them, not one of them, have been arrested for attempting to bribe and threaten his alleged accusers. Now, they say this was supporting detail. A while back, Azriel, Clary, one of the girls that was dating him, one of his main girls, said that somebody burnt up her car. And everyone's like, oh my God, that's so bad for you. Who did it? Like it's the pose for me.
It's the pose for me.
And she's sitting here.
Like, I'm still here.
She's sitting here in front of her blown up car. But it said,
You could, it's a nonprofit. That's why I was like, but grifted, that's a whole
you
new
got
word.
It the dirty way. So he lied on his Form C, whatever she said, Schedule C paperwork. And
right. He said that they had a whole staff at the church and it's just him and his wife and, and his daughter.
Yeah.
Just like with the, I'm not going to go
doing
there.
Too much.
Y'all listen with these PPPs.
Stop playing.
I need y'all to stop playing.
Right.
Playing.
Federal prison is real.
I don't want you to
Okay,
go to
you're
jail.
going to
This
be
will make me
locked
scared.
up.
Okay.
No, for real.
Wow, and we're moving. Wow, did they say his name? Okay, we're gonna let him slide without no name.
I don't know his name.
Okay,
I can find it.
So number 3 is church principal's office.
Y'all,
talk about
so there was a letter sent to a young lady. The church, okay, her name is Crystal, is telling her that she needs to leave the church because she will not divorce her wife.
Because she's gay.
Oh wow!
They want her to divorce her because they don't believe in same-sex marriage.
Yeah, and so that was the issue. They signed it and they mailed it to her house. They said, we've already talked to you about this one time.
Wow. Is she serving? I mean,
not
serving. Is she like a leader or something? Or?
I don't know if she's a leader, but they told her that she is kicked out of the church. So she was expelled from the church. She was expelled from the church due to being homosexual.
And this is what I mean by that
and
status I made.
This is why they slide down poles
exactly.
And give devil's
with the status I made said I wish like people really knew how kind God is, because God he don't move like that.
He would never. Okay, look. So this said
that actually pisses me off.
It said we sent you a letter in December that was confirmed by USPS that you got it.
Like a bill?
Just sit her down.
Like I owe you something.
Right.
In light of your apparent lack of desire to hear our concerns, apparent lack of willingness to repent, and the public display of your homosexual lifestyle, we have no alternative but to withdraw our fellowship with you and must no longer treat you as a sister in Christ.
Oh my God.
Please understand this is an effort to encourage in you a godly sorrow leading to repentance.
Because who are you to judge?
And so the pastor signed it. Oh, they put their phone numbers on here too. They probably have to change their numbers. Elders, the elders on here, the board signed and they email. Then they had the audacity to throw some little scriptures in there. Luke, they said Luke 15:10. When that day comes, wait, Crystal, it is our sincere hope that our fellowship will one day be restored. When that day comes, the rejoicing of our church will only be exceeded by rejoicing in heaven. Luke 15:10. So we'll see you in heaven.
Good night.
That's what they said.
Oh my goodness.
My mouth is open.
I just feel bad. That type of stuff makes me just feel bad for the
because I'm sure she was just like, "Oh, I'm finna blast y'all," but I'm sure that probably
hurt
her.
it's the if we fail to hear from you by April 30th,
I need to know more.
We will understand you are not repentant and do
Crystal
not
and
desire to be forgiven of your sinful behavior.
Listen.
They probably done changed
what behavior?
They said if we don't hear you by the 30th, we understand you are not repentant and do not desire to be forgiven by your sinful behavior.
Everybody's sinners. Like
this was sinful. So is they repenting?
This
was sinful.
What church was this?
This was Woodstock Church of Christ.
Oh, they sound like they do that.
Woodstock, Illinois.
Was they white or black? Them fingers look a little white.
Them fingers look pink, so they white.
Wow, I don't even know what to say.
They said it saddens them because they do love her as a sister and do care for her soul.
Don't sadden you. And good night. And we're moving.
And told her to read Luke 15.
I don't know.
Wow, me either. My mouth is still open under this. Like, did they really?
They did way too much.
That's a lot. That's a good one for the list. My goodness, definitely too much. Number 2.
Can I talk about this?
Go ahead.
Nancy Pelosi, go ahead.
I think we're in the whole U.S. is in a love-hate relationship with Nancy Pelosi, because sometimes we'll be like, "Oh, thank you, girl." And then sometimes we'll be like,
"Girl,"
with the kente cloth. You remember she did the kente cloth last year?
I ain't over that. Not over.
Like, baby, what are you thinking? So
sick of her.
Pelosi now faces backlash after thanking George Floyd for sacrificing his life.
I think white people just don't know what
for
to say.
Justice.
That's it.
Okay, then this is why they need more of us in there, because then pass the mic to LaToya and let her be the speaker for this moment.
We don't be ready. I'm not gonna say we all
because
don't
it was
ready.
some LaToyas behind her. Look,
you know it is, and they was all agreed.
And they was doing like
when she said sacrifice.
When we get there though, we be.
Did you watch the video? And she said it's so dumb.
Oh,
for sacrificing your life, like Nancy.
She said,
again, thank you, George Floyd, for sacrificing your life for justice. For being there to call out to your mom. How heartbreaking was that? Call out for your mom. I can't breathe. But because of you, again.
For being there to call out to your mom. Like what?
Well, and then turned around and said, wasn't that sad? He called out to his mom.
No, I mean somebody who sacrificed their life for justice was like a Martin Luther King. Like he really put his life on the line.
Purposefully.
Stepped out he set out to do that. I'm just trying to take care of my family.
He didn't plan on doing that.
He didn't plan on doing nothing. He was trying to keep sinning.
He was just trying to go get little stuff from the store, the convenience store.
And just keep sinning a little bit.
And if we be honest, it still ain't no justice. Justice is when there's laws and policies in place to protect us from being killed.
That was an ignorant statement that she said, and she shouldn't have said it.
I think that one lawyer said it best. We're experiencing, it's not justice, we're experiencing accountability.
Accountability.
Like, yeah. That's
repercussions for your actions.
Yeah, it ain't justice yet.
And we're moving. Number 1 on the top 5 you doing too much moments of the week. Gotta get them back.
Well, first of all,
man, the ending
Child,
is what gets
y'all.
I want Steven to take this.
So
wait, let Steven take it.
Yeah, let's hear it, Steven. Come on.
So apparently they were breaking up, and she pretended to be pregnant
to get him back.
And it lasted all the way until the gender reveal party.
But my thing, you do them when you be showing.
Right. Dude, it's like, gotcha.
Not all the time. I wasn't showing.
Oh, okay.
When I found out my gender.
Really?
And she's like, gotcha, and I'm not really pregnant. Ha, ha, ha. And then the ending is like, it worked. And he said, baby, that was funny.
And they got back together.
And then they got back together.
And
not
dumb.
necessarily.
I thought this story was gonna be about something about them, the way that stuff was popping.
So she posted a picture, and it was like the blue fireworks or whatever.
The gender reveal.
Yeah, talking about that time I faked the gender reveal because I wanted my ex to think he got me pregnant, and I kept the baby from him just so he could text me. But did he text y'all? We got right back together the next week. What happened when he found out you weren't pregnant? We got back together. Yes, he texted me, guys. I said in the comments. We both laughed about it because it was actually 4th of July fireworks, and we got back together.
And I hate this so much.
Don't play like that. It's women out here that can't have kids, and you playing.
And you playing with this
she
blue
said,
fire. Who
I don't
put this
like
on the shade room?
That's probably why he like her, because something wrong with it.
And something was wrong with him.
Wow, and so that has been your top 5 you doing too much moments of the week. Again, let's run it down again. Number 5, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bribery. We're talking about your boy R. Kelly. Number 4, pushing the whip. Number 3, church principal's office because clearly
and got expelled. I'm mad about that one. I'm mad about that one.
See, I'd have showed up to the next church in the middle of the sermon and been like, look what they sent me, y'all.
That's how the JWs move, though. But anyhow, and then we're moving. Number 2, a sacrifice. And we're talking about Nancy Pelosi talking about George Floyd. Thank you for sacrificing, and thank you for calling for your mama.
No, thank you.
It was like we could never win.
We can never win with your kente cloth mask. Please get out of here. And number 1, it's for black people. Sorry, that was my camera.
Oh, no.
Okay, number 1, gotta get them back. And we're talking about this sister that, she could have kept it, the fake gender reveal. Good night. I don't think her gender reveal was worse than the one that actually sparked
that started a forest fire.
And burned California.
Oh my
God. That baby gonna be bad.
Okay.
And we are past the 8 o'clock hour, but we can't leave you guys without a kingdom solution and at least some final thoughts. So the overall theme was the joy of the Lord, right? In the midst of all of this, how in the world can we be sharing joy? And we've had many callers call in and just say, thank you for the energy, right?
That was crazy that happened this week.
Wow.
And so it's a choice, y'all. We can choose. We can choose joy, and in those moments when we feel like we can't choose, we can say, Lord, could you be my strength?
Yes.
Right? Because the joy of the Lord is our strength.
Yes.
And the scripture for the day is Psalms 30:5, and it says, for his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may last through the night, but what y'all joy comes in the morning. I feel like Stephen wanted to sing that too. Okay. So you guys be encouraged. I can't tell you how long night is going to be, but I can tell you that tomorrow and whenever your tomorrow is, the sun will rise and God
morning is when you wake up.
Okay.
It ain't always the next morning. It's when you wake up.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And God, and you will have the victory, right? And there's nothing that has happened that has taken God by surprise.
Right.
Let's move through these different phases of life, and let's choose joy. So that's it, guys. We made it. Saved in the City radio show every Friday right here, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on WGLB AM 1560.
And a little change.
96 and a little change. 90 and a little change. 96.1 FM. It's your girl, Iberia. We got a little bit, a.k.a. Cherise. We got Tej, a.k.a. the creative coach. We got Steven, a.k.a. the philosopher, a.k.a. the homie. We got our boy Kiwan on the ones and twos. Okay, we got Core DJ Lee holding us down on the video. And again, we got the Lord Jesus Christ in the building.
At all times.
Okay.
Jesus.
And we'll see you guys next week. Be encouraged.
A week.
Bring me a burden. Bring me a problem. He says I can make it well. I can make it well. Bring me a struggle. Bring me a pain. He says I can make it well. I can make it well. You may have lost a loved one, dealing with a broken heart. He says I can make it well. I can make it well. Bring me your insecurity, what you think may be a flaw. I can make it well. I can make it well. Down through the years, I've seen you work, so I know you can make it well. So I know you can make it well. Come on, let's testify. Down through the years, I've seen you work. And that lets me know. Yeah. So I know you can make it well. Down through the years, I've seen you work. And that lets me know. So I know you can make it well. Down through the years, I've seen you work. And that lets me know. So I know. Here we go. I know you can make it well. Come on, let's declare it. I know you can make it well. Come on, let's proclaim it. I know you can make it well. There's no doubt in my mind. In fact, I know that I know that I know that I know. Lift your hand and say, oh, and shout out, you can make it well. Yes, you can, oh God. If you trust him to make it well, say, oh. Come on, let's declare it. Shout out, you can make it well. Yeah, well. So bring me a burden. Bring me a problem. He says I can